For nearly 1,000 years, the Tower of London has witnessed more death and royal blood spilled than perhaps any building in the Western world. But according to hundreds of witnesses, guards, tourists, even historians, the tower's most famous residents never truly left. The question isn't whether people have seen ghosts at the Tower of London. The question is, what exactly have they seen? The tower became most infamous as the place where the powerful came to die. Lady Jane Grey, beheaded at 16. Margaret Pole, struck 11 times by the executioner's axe. And Anne Boleyn, second wife of Henry VIII, executed on May 19, 1536. At least 112 documented executions occurred within these walls. If the dead could walk, this would be their kingdom. Winter, 1864. A soldier of the 60th Rifles stood guard at the Queen's house just after midnight when he saw her, a figure in white, moving silently through the door without opening it. He challenged the figure 3 times. No response. He leveled his bayonet and charged. The blade passed through empty air. The guard fainted. When found unconscious, he was charged with dereliction of duty punishable by death. But at his court-martial, 2 other witnesses came forward. They had seen the same white figure at the same time. The soldier was acquitted. The incident was filed in official records, where it remains today. But the most disturbing encounter came on an October evening in 1817. Edmund Lenthal Swift, keeper of the crown jewels, was dining with his wife when she suddenly cried out, "Good God!" "What is that?" Hovering behind her chair was what Swift described as a cylindrical figure, like a glass tube. Inside it swirled a dense, churning liquid, glowing with pale light. It moved slowly around the table, floating at head height. Then it drifted toward the window and passed through the stone wall as if it were mist. Swift wrote, "The vision was not supernatural, but I cannot explain what it was." Days earlier, a guard outside the jewel house had reported the exact same cylindrical light. He thrust his bayonet at it, felt intense cold, and fled his post in terror. The 2 men had never met. Neither knew of the other's account. How did they describe the same impossible thing? Modern researchers offer explanations. The tower is saturated with suggestion. Visitors arrive primed with stories of tragedy. Dim gaslight creates moving shadows. The mind fills in the gaps. The salt tower's poor ventilation could cause carbon monoxide buildup, producing hallucinations and feelings of suffocation. The cylindrical light might have been St. Elmo's fire, or reflections from the Thames distorted through old glass. And guards facing punishment for abandoning their posts had one defensible excuse, claiming they'd seen a ghost. And yet the records remain. Signed depositions from decorated soldiers. Multiple independent witnesses separated by decades, describing identical phenomena. In 2003, security cameras captured a robed figure emerging from a locked doorway, gliding across the frame before vanishing. Historic royal palaces confirm the footage was genuine and unexplained. So we return to our question. Not whether people have seen something at the Tower of London, they clearly have. But what have they seen? Echoes of trauma staining the stones themselves? Tricks of light and the human need to find meaning in darkness? Or something else entirely, something that exists in the narrow space between memory and presence, between history and haunt? The tower still stands. The guards still walk their posts, and every so often, they see something that makes them wonder, who, exactly, is keeping watch over whom?